What is going on, guys? Oh, shit. What is going on, guys? Welcome to a bit of just a short stream. I just kind of want to talk about a few things about Final Fantasy XIV. So I've got this video here. It's gonna be trash quality. I know it's an old one. It says 720, but it's not really. Oh, we're just gonna actually mute it. This is actually a lot worse quality than I thought it was gonna be. But that's fine. No, we'll mute it. So yeah. I guess I'll close that. Oh, this is actually really bothering. Hang on. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad of video quality. One moment. One moment. Let me find another one. So, yeah, we're just gonna be talking about some Final Fantasy XIV stuff. Primarily, what changes I'd like to see to the game. Shit. God. Oh god, 1 second. Hang on, you know what? I can do this so you're not just looking at a black screen. Why is it? It's not doing it. What the fuck? Oh god, no, everything's fucked. Oh god, no. Oh no. Shit. Hang on. I didn't realize. Oh, I moved everything. Oh no, I forgot about this. Oh. Oh god, I'm sorry. Hang on. No, no, no. Oh no, it's all fucked up. Oh no. How do I? Oh, Jesus. No. Where is it? Oh my god. Hang on. I'm trying to fix this. Give me a moment. Oh my god. Hang on. No, I'm really working on fixing this, I promise. There it is. Quickly. Okay. Woo! Got it. Alright. Why is everything I do so broken? Literally everything. Let me test that. Oh, shit. Okay, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. That works. Alright. Whew! Crisis averted. One moment. This should be fine. Let me just test the quality. There we go. Okay, this is good quality. This is high quality HQ content. All right. Okay. And I don't have chat pulled up. There we go. Got it. Everything's fixed. Everything's fine. Let's just jump straight into Okay. Final Fantasy XIV. Let's talk about basically where I left the game, which was about 3-4 months ago. Well, no, a little bit more than 4 months ago. I'd say around May, June. Now, the reason I kind of stopped playing is because I got bored of it. I wasn't having fun. I was doing a lot of raiding leading up to it. And then it kind of all just like, I'd say right around the time Eureka came out. It was right around the time Eureka came out. I got pretty bored of the game because I was expecting Eureka to be something I could grind solo. You know, like in my mind leading up to it, I was like, okay, you know, because the past relic quests had been solo and I had done the ones for Summoner. I mained Summoner. I liked Dark Knight, and Scholar was okay. It was in a bad spot there. It was good back in Heaven. It was fun back in Heavensward. Then, like, it was really shit when Stormblood came out, and then it like picked back up right there right in the middle bit. And now, I don't know what it's like now. I haven't played the game in a while, but I just got bored of it. I felt like I was always grinding towards this pinnacle of, like, there's only one thing you could do. You know what I mean? I felt so restricted, and I wasn't enjoying it. Raiding was hard. I wasn't getting anything done, as you can see. Wiped right there. You know, I was struggling with raiding. I wasn't really getting it. So, and you know, I don't mind challenging stuff. Excuse me, I don't know why I stuttered. I don't mind challenging stuff. I think having harder things is great, you know, like for those people who really are just like the hardcore, that's great. Go for it. All for them. You know, I think that, you know, it's just my bad that I wasn't able to you know, like be able to adjust and learn the you know, the game and how to play it properly. So that part was on me, not being able to raid. I apologize for the poor quality. I really don't know why this is supposed to be 1080p. But you know, I liked Summoner. It's a fun job. I liked a lot of the other jobs. I was leveling Monk there towards the end. Monk was fun. I just, you know, and I understand they want rotations. Rotations, I don't have a problem with. But it is so punishing in raiding if you press the wrong, like, especially on Summoner, it's just so punishing for just one misclick. That's what I hate. And because, like, there's a lot of, like, there's a flow to everything, obviously, but Destiny had this problem at their, what? Hey, what's up, Vickett? What's up, Merciless? What do you mean, Electronauts? Did the title of the stream fuck up? No. Oh my god, why does it say Electronauts? Are you fucking me serious? What the... I see that now. I see that. I don't know why. Like, what? I'm not playing the game. No. God damn it. I just... Why does nothing work? There we go. No, that's not... No, it's the wrong game! Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's fine. Shut your fucking mouth, Vickett. Alright. Shit. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Thank you for pointing that out, though. I'm not mad at you. I don't give a damn, YouTube. The reason I'm experiencing interruptions is because you're a trash website. No, but I just... Okay, so I did struggle with rating, and that was obviously just my level of skill. So that's not what I'm upset about in the game. What I am upset about is it didn't feel worth it. You can't watch the stream. Wait, what? Oh, your internet's bad. Okay, but can you hear me? There's nothing to really watch. I'm just having old gameplay go in the background. It's more or less just me talking about the game. But it always felt like there was one way or the highway, you know what I mean? And if you couldn't learn the one way, then you got to take the highway. And that's what I hated, because I could not get the rating down, and it felt like that was the only way to get better gear. Obviously there was Eureka, and then there was also crafting, but crafting was just like a grind fest for like it just, and the same with raiding as well. Like you do multiple weeks, same raids over and over again, just to get one piece of gear that might increase your power level by 2. And same thing with gathering and crafting, where it was like you had to grind and grind and grind just to get one item towards one piece of gear. And then the other thing, when Eureka came out, it was like you gotta grind and grind and grind with a bunch of people for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the same token to turn in for just a few pieces of gear. And it was just like, there's all this grind, but there's no, it's all fluff, you know what I mean? It's just a number. You're just increasing your number. It didn't make me feel powerful in any shape, way, or form. I wasn't getting anything new other than increasing that damn power number or item level number. That's the only thing I was getting, is a bigger number. And if I want a bigger number, I can just go on a piece of paper and write a bigger number. Like, it's nothing special. It's just a bigger number. Like, I wasn't feeling more powerful. It wasn't tangible for me. I was doing something incredibly hard. I was spending hours and hours and hours on a game. I have literally put more hours into Final Fantasy XIV than any other game. And it just wasn't there, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to... Just, there was nothing... Like, I've put more hours into Final Fantasy XIV than Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 combined. Now, I'm getting close with Destiny 2 and Destiny 1. Although Destiny 2, I'm up to like 500 hours in now. I've put over 1,000 hours into Final Fantasy XIV. That was in the course of a year. It's a great and amazing game, and I love it. I love what they're doing. It's a really fun game. But it just was hellish to play, quite honestly. You know, I was just burning myself out and playing way too much. Oh, I'm sorry, Merciless. But it's just like, I don't know, I kept trying and trying, and I wasn't getting anywhere, and when I did get somewhere, it was like, it would take me like a month of like different raid groups to try to get like a piece, and it was just nothing. It wasn't going anywhere. Then I tried getting into crafting, and that was hellish, because it is incredibly hard to do it all on your own. So you had to communicate with other people again. And that was the thing, is used to really like Terra. I got bored of it even before reaching the cap on any character, though, which goes to show your dedication to playing a single game for a long. Yeah, it's just. Well, I mean, my problem with this is it was way too fucking linear. Like, this is such a linear progression. Like, it just had such a linear progression, and it wasn't fun because it felt like no matter which way I went, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't grind crafting and gathering on my own. I couldn't raid on my own. I couldn't do Eureka and relic quests on my own. It just was like, so I was forced to work with other people, which inherently isn't a problem, but when it's a struggle for everyone to even coordinate in a game like this, like, it was just not, when it's that easy to, like, make a mistake or something like that, you know what I mean? When it's that easy to, like, have that screw you over, whether it be a white mechanic in a raid, like, oh, one person didn't, like, let's say the tank forgot to swap. In this fight, there's a tank swap where you have to pass the main aggro back and forth. That would kill the whole team. That would fuck over everyone. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and Destiny and this was like the big problem with Destiny 2 in year one of Destiny 2 was it was too static. And that's why we asked for random rolls again. And then we got random rolls again, and the game is just like, honestly, I think Destiny 2 is the best Destiny's ever been. Forsaken. Destiny 2 Forsaken is the best Destiny's ever been. Purely because there's always something to grind, and I can grind it solo if I please. I don't have to work with a group. I don't have to raid. I can just do my weeklies every week, my dailies every couple days. Can grind how I want, when I want, and I don't feel suffocated to grind a specific activity if I want to make progression whatsoever. Hey, Wolf Angel, welcome to the stream. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be streaming later tonight with the Destiny 2 reset if you've got some time to hop by. But I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm just talking about my gripes. I almost said quips. My gripes with I almost said Forsaken. Well, it's not even like I like to work and raid with others, but I don't want to feel forced to do it. I don't want to feel forced to have to do a certain activity if I want to progress. There should be different ways to progress. And a lot of this, okay, so this stream, I want to preface this and shout out to Work to Game. Here, actually, I'll pull up his links. Their links, I should say. YouTube, so here, Work to Game. I'm shouting them out. Work to Game. He just made this video, and I was the state of Final Fantasy XIV, the problem of progression. Yesterday he made it, and I was watching that this morning, and that's kind of what spurred this on. Here's his Twitter if you want to go check him out. So shout out to him. What the fuck, Kuro? Work to Game. Oh shit, people. Go check them out. So yeah, they were what spurred on this kind of stream right now. And you know, Destiny, he was drawing parallels between Destiny Forsaken and Final Fantasy XIV because he also plays both. Destiny still takes advantage of the level system and experience in bright engrams for cosmetics. Even when you hit the level cap, you're constantly earning something, if that makes sense. Even if it's just cosmetic. You're constantly working towards something no matter what you do in Destiny. You are always, always, always going to get something out of every single activity you do in Destiny. And in Final Fantasy XIV, it's just so streamlined, the progression. Which, they want to have like a challenging activity, and it maybe gives you more progression than doing something else. That's fine. That makes sense. But they keep making different tomestones as currencies, and there's only really like one, maybe two of them that are relevant at a time. And it seems like they're just devaluing the tombstone, because let's say I grind my weekly cap for 450 of whatever the new tombstone is, and I get a piece of gear from that. Okay, that's one piece of gear. And then I do it the next week. That's maybe another 1 or 2 pieces of gear. And then I'm back to like 10. And then I do it the next week. It just seems like such an artificial way to cap progression. And the gear isn't even like... And then you throw stats on top of it and melding. Every time I get a piece of gear in Destiny, I am excited because I don't know what I've gotten. And I have to go through every single piece of gear I get, and I have to look at the power level. Is it higher than what I have? Then I go and look at the perks. Are they perks that I want? Are they perks that I need? Is this better than another version of the same gun I have? Or armor? Or, oh hey, I got a new exotic. Holy shit, this is going to help the fuck out of me. And I get into Final Fantasy XIV, and I do this really incredibly hard raid for a piece of gear that there's nothing special to it. It's got a bigger number. Then you hop back in the raid, and it plays the exact same way as the last week. And then you get a piece of gear from doing the raid again. And then hop back in the next week with your 2 new pieces of gear. Feels the exact same way. You're still mashing the same buttons, still mashing the same buttons in the same order specifically. And if you fuck up that order, well, guess what? It's a wipe. It's a wipe. You fucked up a button push. You just screwed the whole raid. You screwed the pooch. It's so silly. It just doesn't feel like real progression. Just doesn't feel like tangible progression. I can't feel my character getting stronger. And that's like the baseline of an MMO, is you're supposed to be getting better gear and better stuff all the time to make you perform better, to do better. And I feel like Final Fantasy XIV really kind of falls short. Maybe it's just because I was playing Summoner and it's not as obvious on Summoner. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but that's why I got bored, is because the progression felt very streamlined. I felt forced to do certain activities. I didn't feel, it just wasn't fun. And then we get on to actual gameplay. In Destiny, I queue into an activity. Let's say we're going into the raid. And I'm always switching my gear around depending on the encounter. Depending on what role I play, I switch my gear on the fly. And in Final Fantasy XIV, I hit here, let's look at this. I hit Ruin 3, Ruin 2, Tribind, buff the team, throw down my Shadow Flare, I rouse my pet, I fester, oh, and Kindle, oh, I got Dreadworm, you know, it's so monotonous pressing the same buttons over and over again, and if you mess it up, or and you're not doing enough damage, you can't kill the boss. There's nothing to actually change how you play the game, other than switching to another class. It just feels so streamlined, like, if you aren't doing everything a certain way, this one way, there's like one, maybe 2 or 3 ways that you do this. And if you don't do it that way, or if you mess up doing that way, you're left behind. And that's frustrating to me. That's why I got burnt out on the game. I was putting hours and hours and hours. I put 1,000 hours into this game in the course of 12 months. And I felt left behind. To me, that's a problem. That's why I unsubbed. That's why I don't play anymore. Beautiful game. Beautiful game. Lots of fun to like learn for the first time. But you get to endgame, it just isn't fun. Endgame isn't fun for me in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a real shame because like I really enjoy the game. I have a great respect for the game. I had a lot of fun learning I had a lot of fun playing in those 12 months. But once I got to endgame, I felt forced to do certain activities. It felt streamlined. I didn't feel like it just wasn't fun. And let me ask you this, what's the point of having this attack? What's the point of having this attack? What's the point of having physics? What's the point of energy drain, sustain, or even any of the other pets, or rezzing, or bane, if you're never gonna use them in endgame? I literally, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 buttons I pressed. Give or take a few, depending on what I was doing. In raiding, you will never be doing this. You will never be doing that. You'll 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 never be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You might be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You might be doing that. You gotta time these right. It's just like what the fuck? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me catch up on chat here. Oh, nice, Merciless. But that was just my problem, is it's just like, there's nothing to change how I play the game. And I felt like I had to play the game in a certain way. And then couple that with the progression issues of feeling artificially capped every week with the tombstone cap. So, I don't know. That's why I got bored of the game. That's why I stopped playing. If anybody's got other things they'd like to add to that, questions, comments, criticisms, I'll take anything. Oh, excuse me. Ow. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, that was pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest because, like, I mean, I really want to get back into the game. I want... you missed most of my reasons? It felt like progression was streamlined. Like, I was grinding just for a number increase. I didn't feel more powerful when I got better gear. And then when it comes to like the actual fighting of the game, there was nothing to change how I played the game in endgame content. Like in raiding, you should never be pressing like any of your AoE stuff. Shouldn't be healing. Why would you need healing on a summoner? Because it only heals like 400 hit points out of a... Look at these life bars. 60k, 50k, 35k, 40k, 400 hit points is not a lot. You're never going to be doing that in a raid. There's nothing to change how I play in a raid other than doing mechanics. There is not, like, I'm pressing the exact same 10 buttons or so when I raid. And I have to raid if I want to get better gear. Or I have to spend hours and hours gathering shit that I can't all gather on my own because it takes like hundreds of hours just to get one piece of gear through gathering and crafting. And that's even with working with other people. It is so hard to get that gear. And then they introduced Eureka, which is Relic, and you still needed a party of 8 people to go and hunt that shit. And then you had to find... And even with your party of 8 people, you couldn't grind in Eureka with your just part of your 8 people. You needed to find the Notorious Monster Train, which was like 4 or 5, maybe 10 different groups of 8 people, just to do one event, to maybe hope for a chance to get better stuff. And it was just like... Oh, and that was the other thing, too, is in Eureka, you needed a group of people around the same level as you. Because if you did stuff too high level, like if you got carried through too high level of an event, then you wouldn't get as much stuff. And if you did stuff in low level of an event, you didn't get as much stuff. So nobody higher or lower than you wanted to do shit with you. So you had to find people at the same progression level as you. And that's incredibly fucking hard. So, the gameplay was the same. I didn't feel more powerful when I did get better gear. And to get that better gear, I felt like I had to, like, throw myself into the same boring, unending, like, just grind of hell that wasn't fun at all. Like, the whole thing just was not fun. Like, I just realized that joke I just made. you don't know what this joke is, take on it. If you don't understand what this joke is, oh my god, dude, that's the next level joke. I don't think I'm ever gonna top that. I don't remember ever making that joke, but now that I know that I made that joke, please don't pull them out of my flamethrower. Did you get that from Elon? Oh my god. I was wondering what I was typing. Hang on, I want to see what they said. Oh my god. Did you get that from Elon? Oh my god, dude. Alrighty, see you, Merciless. That's how you felt in WoW when you played it seriously? Yeah. And no, it's not a terrible game. It's a really great game. It just... I don't think... What the fuck happened there? Why'd I die? It's not a bad game. It's just... I don't know. I wish it was just a little bit different. It's a great game. It's a beautiful game. I just... in my perspective, the progression is fucked. It's not fun. It's challenging with not good enough rewards, which is frustrating for me. Everything felt streamlined. Felt forced to do certain things in the game, to grind the same activities. The same unending hell activities, I should say. Just the incredibly frustrating and challenging ones that don't offer rewards worth them. There was nothing to change or incentivize changing the way I play. So yeah, those are just my gripes at the game. But anyway. Dude, I remember just like the stupid banter we had. I kind of miss it. Not gonna lie. I came for Yumi. God, we used to have some of the greatest banter ever. It was all stupid as hell, but it was funny as fuck. Dude, banter is great. I can't really think of anything else. I could talk about what I like about Destiny 2 in comparison to it, I guess. Let me grab my microphone. Okay, there we go. You know, Destiny 2 still takes experience points. And this is something that Work to Game actually pointed out. Destiny 2 still takes experience points for aesthetic packages called Bright Engrams. Worlds Adrift. I have to pay money. Because if so, I'm not getting it. If it's free though, I'll play. But yeah, there's bright engrams in Destiny 2, and that still keeps experience relevant. I don't feel forced to raid once I get to a certain point. If I want to progress more, I would obviously need to raid, but I don't feel the need to, which is honestly fucking amazing. Or I don't feel forced to, I should say. Oh, it does cost money? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I will not be getting it then. Yeah, and then let me think. Destiny 2 challenges you to have a variety of experiences and variety of different gameplays in random roles. The different weeklies and dailies that reset are worthwhile doing. You're constantly getting better gear, and at the very least you're getting gear with random rolls, so you're always looking for, while there is a pinnacle and a peak, you're always constantly looking for it. And then so random rolls, constant progression, the variety of gameplay, even on different classes and subclasses, especially with the addition of new supers. It's not nearly as punishing when you do fuck up, except for when you're learning. I mean, actually, I take that back. It can be pretty punishing for fucking up in a raid. But I don't feel as forced. And I can still have amazing aesthetics, and I can still have fun. I have a variety of gameplay. I'm constantly being challenged to change up my gameplay. Even on from different classes to Warlock to Hunter to Titan to different subclasses of each, there's always a constant difference in how you play. In your supers. In your guns. I could go into the raid one week and use a completely different loadout the next week and still do fine. And that is to me, I think that is the difference between Destiny 2, Forsaken, and Final Fantasy XIV. Anyway, I just wanted to get this short little rant done. If anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, corrections, whatever it may be, please let me know. You have 5 minutes. Your time starts now. You're welcome. You're welcome for talking in your ear. But yeah, that was pretty much just the short of it. Ignore the ambulance in the back. I'm an ambulance. Short. Well, it was like an hour. That's a pretty short. It's pretty short. Oh shit, hang on. You play too little VR chat? I do. You know why? It's boring. There's no progression system. No, but I don't... VR chat's really fucking boring for me right now. Not gonna lie. Hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six. Nope. No. Oops. Shit. Nope. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Why the fuck do they have the back button lead into the tweet button? That's what I want to know. If you saw me tweet something, don't worry about it. That didn't happen. I did intentionally tweet the Halloween costume, but the second thing, if you have notifications for me turned on, that did not happen. Just want to clarify. I know I played too little VR chat. I'll be changing that soon. Hopefully. Maybe once I find it to not be as boring. How long have I been streaming for? 40 minutes, 50 minutes, that's fine. Alrighty, well, I'm actually gonna end the stream here. Thank y'all for coming out to my little talk show. Yeah. I'm just gonna bail. And in a few hours we'll be going live. Excuse me, oh my god. With the weekly whatchamacallit for Destiny. Reset, refresh, whatever the fudge. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.